Today we're going to be talking about population genetics with selection, and we're going to be using mudkips. So here we have three different phenotypes of the same species of mudkip. We have a pink, a blue, and a green phenotype. The genotypes are below and color-coded to the mudkips. These are all diploid organisms that reproduce sexually. We're dealing with a population of 20 mudkips on an island. You can see we have 4 pinks, 3 greens, and 13 blues, which means that we have 40 total alleles concerning one autosomal gene that deals with coloration. Now these mudkips, they do have fitness, and we'll get to that later. We're going to find out that these blues are way more fit to the environment because they can hide from the Pokemon trainer predators that are surrounding the island and are threatening the mudkip population. So speaking of population, we have some population genetics math. We have genotype and allele frequencies for the initial population. You can find those numbers here and what they relate to over here. Then we have to prove that this population is in accordance with the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. And we do that by doing a chi-square test. I'm not going to talk about all of the math, but you can see kind of what I did here. There's the formula. Once we add up these numbers, we get 1.8382, which is below the critical value for our degrees of freedom for this chi-square test, which is 3.840, which means that this population initially is indeed aligned with the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. But what does the selection actually do in the population? Well, it means that some organisms, the blue mudkips, are going to be more fit, and it means that they're going to be more likely to reproduce viable offspring once able to do so. So we see once we go through and find out what selection actually does mathematically, that the genotype frequencies for the big A, which was the pink mudkip, they actually go down, as well as the big B, which is the green mudkip, they go down as well because they aren't as fit to the environment. They can't hide from those Pokemon trainers. But the heterozygote blue, well, it's an island, so they can hide in the waters, the shores, and they can hide from those Pokemon trainers and reproduce more viable offspring than the other two phenotypes can. So that value actually increases. As far as the allelic frequencies, we find those as well. We find that after selection, the big A allele has 0.5301 and the big B allele has 0.4699. So after enough generations, because this is a stabilizing selection, the blue mudkips are going to be favored more. And eventually the whole population will be those blue mudkips because they are the most fit to the environment. Here are my citations. Thank you very much.